What's up, Googlers and YouTubers? It's your boy Henry, and I'm back at it again with another one. Can't leave this one. Hold on, guys. Actually, before we start the show, I just want to say real quick, man. I want to give a big shout out to subscribers and new subscribers and people that have been subscribing to the channel, guys. This channel is only run because of you. So again, big shout out to you guys. Thank you so much, guys. Let's go ahead and get and jump into the review. Big shout out to Disney. This right now is coming out by Disney Plus. We're gonna talk about the movie and do the review on Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith, Episode 3. Now, you guys got to remember, the year is 2005. I think I'm like 17 in 2005 when this movie came out, and this one is now where, like I left off in the last review. I'm actually gonna do these movies in order because I feel it's kind of important to do them. The last 2 days I have been just knocking out Disney movies. Straight up, right? So let's get to it. This one right here, man, is the best Star Wars movie out of all of them, out of all 9 of them, and I haven't seen anything new after the 9th episode, but I know that this is way beyond the best. Like if you had to say which one's the best movie out of all of them, this would be it. My favorite one happens just to be Episode 1 because it's little Anakin, and it's young Annie, and you see the good in him before he turns into what he turns into in this movie, which is Darth Vader. Man, this movie is awesome, guys. The reason why is because, like I was saying in the last review, in the last video, that Padme and Anakin had fell in love, and they were hiding their love, right? And they knew that they had to hide their love because of their professions, and pretty much to cut it short, man, it doesn't look good in their careers. It's almost like a lawyer dating a cop. Like, it's not forbidden, but it's just not common, and it's a different look. But it does happen though. I mean, real quick, I'm over here in Fort Lauderdale, and the times that I used to get in trouble with the law, or whenever I have to deal with the law, and I'm in the courtroom, there's officers going to court, there's lawyers there. It's such a busy building, not just bad. There's bad guys. There's bad people being convicted. Yes, I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. But the point is, I'm trying to make to you is that there's people that are interacting with them, and there's people that fall in love in these relationships that should be unprofessional. In other words, it is And I'm not saying cops can't date lawyers, but if you know, then you know. You know what I mean? Okay. Now, back to the review. Like I'm saying, so they have to hide their love to a sense. And this one right here is where Padme ends up getting pregnant, and Anakin starts having dreams and visions the way he used to have them about his mom. So the Force is strong with Anakin, meaning, his senses are probably about 95% right, So if he's having them, he knows that it's true. You know what I mean? Like, he could bet on them. In other words, he could bet on those odds. And what I'm trying to say is, he knew it was coming. So, Anakin, man, is really, really crazy because in this movie right here, he tries to do all the right things. Guys, again, don't forget, this is actually my favorite character. Like, this is my favorite storyline. Like out of like 3 movies, the writing, this is one of them. Like in my favorite 5 or 10 projects of the world, this is one of them. This is one of that top 10 because of the writing. Yes, I love the actors. Yes, I love the cosplay. I mean, yes, I love the costumes and the effects and everybody. George Lucas is an absolutely genius, with what he did with this. But what I'm trying to say is that I love the writing in this, man, and this is it. This is my favorite. Like, this is one of my favorite. This is my favorite thing, Anakin Skywalker. So, point is that he's trying to be a good guy, man. I mean, he really is. He's trying to, he's a little arrogant at times, and he's a little cocky, but he's got the right intentions. He believes that he should be a master. He feels that he's worthy of being a master because he can outfight everybody, and they pretty much don't trust him, and he knows that, and he understands that. But he tries still doing the right thing, he still tries to walk the line. It's that when his bosses or when his masters were in a politician war that he didn't agree with, or he doesn't see it that way, He just sees it that he serves the Republic, you know, meaning everybody. In other words, and he saw the Jedi's. On this one, man, the Jedi's. The Jedi's try to. The Jedi's, yes, are the good guys in this. Of course they are. They will always be, but they weren't doing the Jedi ways, like he was saying. Man, Samuel L. Jackson's character was really really great in this one, and big shout out to Samuel L. Jackson. This one right here, he nailed it, man. I mean, he nailed what needed to be done in this movie. His character, and what I mean by that is like, he made the decision of not trusting Anakin. Okay, then when Anakin reported to him the truth and let him know, like, hey, you know what? This is Sith Lord. I've discovered the truth. He still holds him back on him, but telling him because he thinks he's confused. But Anakin just wanted him to be, Anakin could have killed him himself, in other words. And Anakin had the opportunity to kill him himself. But he brought in the senator. I believe it wasn't the senator. The counselor, I believe it is. Guys, you guys got to double check me on that, man, right? But, he was trying to bring him in other words. He was trying to bring in the bad guy. He was trying to turn in the bad guy to the authorities or to the law, in other words. He's like, hey, man, like, I could kill him myself, and I hate him, and I hate what he stands for, and all this and that, but I still got to do the right thing and bring him in. So when he reported it to his own masters, to the Jedi masters, what he wanted to become the most in the world, and they denied him of it, and they did some tricky, they made the decision, talk about Samuel L. Jackson, that he was going to kill him when he was there, like they weren't going to put him in the courtroom, in other words. They weren't going to give him a fair trial. And Anakin already had learned and discovered that the dark side can help save Padme. This is why it's so important. In other words, man, he's fucking walking the line. He's trying to, but the side that he's fighting on, they really don't believe in him. Not to mention, the other side is offering something that he needs. And he just, and like I said, he's booking him, he's pretty much booking him. He's bringing him to the jailhouse. And they fucking made the decision to kill him, and he needs them, So this movie is spectacular, man. The fucking writing in it, I'm telling you guys, is amazing, because he makes a decision of like, no, you can't kill him. So he stops Samuel L. Jackson from killing him. He never killed him himself. He just stopped him from killing him by cutting his arm off, by cutting his hand off where he had his weapon. In other words, he disarmed him, but he didn't kill him. And then, of course, the senator, I believe is a counselor, I believe, or whatever. He, the Sith Lord, goes ahead and shocks him and kills him himself. And then he takes on Anakin Skywalker as an apprentice, and asks him to be his apprentice and to pledge to him. And he will teach him. And he told him that there's only one person that's mastered immortality, meaning that you can live forever, or you can stop somebody from dying. You know what I mean? And that's what they're going on. So with that being said, meaning like, he just wants to save his wife. He just wants to save the woman that he loves. And yeah, he cares about his kids or his future children, but his main focus is her. He wants to save her, and obviously she wants the children to be safe, So it is a fucking Mexican standoff. You know what I mean, dude? It's really what it comes down to. It's really, really a Mexican standoff in his decision making. And he takes on the dark side, and the dark side is the dark side for a reason. You see how they were all black and how they're all covered, and like how the evil takes over the person. So, he becomes an evil person, and he does what he needs to do. You know what I mean? He's just trying to save his wife, So he takes on the responsibility of, hey, yo, I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to save my wife. And this is why I really love it, man, because in the mix of his anger and him being corrupted by the dark side in his mind, corrupting him and taking over him, he doesn't kill his wife, but he chokes her, And you got to remember, I believe it wasn't the choking that killed her. I don't believe that that was it at all. You know, guys, and I don't want to sound like one of these Star Wars geeks and have them call me out on it because yo, they're like I said, these Star Wars hardcore fans, dude. Like they don't fuck around with this shit. You know what I mean? So there's gonna be a lot. I hope a lot of fans come on here and correct me or update me or whatever. You know what I mean? But this is just how I see it. You know, this is just how I saw it. And this is why I love it so much. And again, this is why I love episode one, bringing up the poster about little Annie, that you see that it's innocent Anakin, who loves his mother, and you see the shadow of him of Darth Vader. It's just fucking brilliant, man. Fucking brilliant. Fucking legendary. There's so many words that I could give a compliment to how much I love this. So it's awesome. And again, he's just trying to save his wife and gets taken over by the dark side. And in the dark side, he doesn't choke her to death, but he chokes her and she falls and she knocks out or whatnot. But he knows that she's alive, And then boom, man. Now we have the greatest fight that you have ever seen on cinema. Fucking the greatest fight, one of the greatest fight scenes that you have ever seen in any movie. Motherfucking Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Anakin Skywalker. Yo, are you with me, guys? Man, this shit is fucking awesome, man. The fighting scene alone, and this is why I say like this movie is absolutely the best Star Wars movie out there out of all of them, out of whatever Disney took over and started producing. All that shit, you know what I mean? Even episode 4, 5, and 6, which was the original episode. I mean, the original movies. They started all this, not the storyline, but you get what I'm saying. Star Wars fans know what I'm talking about. Point is that, man, this is what. So when I bring up these Star Wars geeks and these Star Wars, it's a compliment. They don't. But when I bring up these Star Wars geeks, man, they have this shit. Guys, hear me out real quick on this review. They have this speech fucking memorized word for word. Do not lecture me. I don't know it, but it's liar, you have turned her against me. You have done that to yourself, Anakin. Fucking Obi Kenobi, man. Obey. Man, he's fucking tight, dude. So fucking good, man. He's obviously, like I said, guys, he's obviously almost everyone's favorite character, Obi. And damn right, man, he's fucking the man, dude. He's always been the man, So point is Darth Vader hasn't been made yet, because now you have the amazing legendary fighting scene of Obi versus Anakin Skywalker, and Obi wins this fight, even though Anakin felt that he was the better Jedi, the stronger this and that he deserved to be mastered and all this and that. Man, dude, you were my brother, Anakin. Oh, dude, that shit is fucking tight, bro. Man, this whole fucking movie is man, it's a masterpiece. It really, really, really is. It's that good. And the thing is that with this is that, it's such a great, it's the writing, man. Again, the writing is so fucking good because, he just wanted to do the right thing, and it's crazy, how things fell into perspective. And that's the word, is perspective, because again, like I said, it was in part 2, what I felt that they were doing was they were giving you this long movie of politics, but it was to set everything in motion for you to understand, the perspective of everybody and where they stand and their point of shoes, So it was awesome, man. It's not important. I'll get that in a second. So, the thing is, guys, is that excuse me. It's just as awesome, man. I absolutely love it. And I love this movie. And him becoming Darth Vader, turning into Darth Vader, man. I remember, guys, the truth is I saw this movie in movie theaters, obviously. but I had to get a second ticket because I smoked a joint and I went to go watch it and I fell asleep like a dumbass. But I woke up at the end of the movie and I woke up. This is just I'm talking about my experience, my first time seeing it. And I woke up at the end of the movie and I woke up to the greatest part where they had just finished the fighting scene, and pretty much when the fighting scene started, you know, I woke up to that and then I saw him turn into Darth Vader, and then the movie finishes, you know what I mean? And then I'm like, yo, did I just miss the whole movie? You know what I mean? But I remember watching that the first time and being like, man, I'm not going anywhere. Yo, I gotta go buy a ticket. You know what I mean? Or like, because you used to be able. A real quick story, guys. Small story, relevant to what I'm talking about. But back in the movie theaters, man, like when you would get dropped off by your parents or you know or whatever, you know, or if you would take someone with you as an older adult, you know, you would just sit down and chill, you know, like in other words, you would just stay seated in the chair and wait for the movie to come on again. But now they have ushers, well, for like the last 15 20 years, but you know, they picked up on that, dude, because now they have ushers come in there, sweep and everything like that, and the ushers will kick you out the seat, you know, be like, hey, yo, you gotta go, you know. We have another showing coming up, you know, so it's fucking, yeah, but just wanted to throw that out there. But man, no, dude, so that's why I had to buy my other ticket. But point is, though, is I was like, yeah, dude, I gotta get another ticket. Like, I'm watching this fucking movie, and that's what I'm saying, man. This is just it, you know. This is it, man. This is it, guys. You want to talk about directing? This is it. You want to talk about writing? This is it. If you want to talk about graphics, CGI, this is it. This is a masterpiece because this is where everybody that has these movies are not easy to make. You know, they take a very long time to make, you know, and this is the quality of the best that you're going to get when you have great writers, when you have a great director, when you have great actors, when you have a great production in the background, when you have the extras, actors, when you have all of that shit, man, when you have the patience. Very important word, like I said, because these movies are not easy to make. That's why they're so meaningful, because people that understand these things like I do, that's why they appreciate it so much. Guys, I am taking way too much long over your time, guys. Again, I just want to say big shout out to my subscribers, man. I love you guys. Don't forget to press the Google like, follow, subscribe button. I will catch you guys on the next one. Deuces.